Welcome, everybody, to the Ahi La Llevamos We're Fine podcast. My name is Emmanuel Perez.
And I'm Mari.
Right, I'm Emmy.
You just threw that intro at me. You did not warn me.
Surprise.
What do you
think?
went with Mari.
I should have gone with Emmy.
I have faith in
mankind, as crazy as
who's going to
that
listen
stuff.
to us.
Who's going to listen?
People who understand our language will know how to say it.
Ahi La Llevamos. Do we have to reconsider the name of the podcast?
Alex, no.
Ahi La Llevamos.
Should we reconsider our existence, our
Every day?
our heritage, or
Every
no?
day.
I think
Every day.
some things we're stuck with.
And the name of the podcast is one of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the name matters as much.
I'm okay with it.
Are you a person who thinks the name matters?
Well, there's that Shakespeare quote.
The rose one.
Yeah. What's in a name?
Exactly.
Is it beautiful because of the name Rose, or is the name Rose beautiful because the rose itself is whatever?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know the quote. That's not it, but did you want me to repeat?
Isn't that what it means?
It is what it means, yeah.
Oh, okay.
People can Google the quote.
Yeah.
Fine. It is not, I guess he wrote it. Would you call it a quote? Did he say it or did he write it? He wrote it. That's right?
Well, the actors must have said it. Right?
Yes.
Somebody said it.
This is us not knowing anything about Shakespeare.
Or words.
Or words.
So,
it's, I agree with that. But you know what? Oh, I slapped, didn't I?
no, it's fine.
My bad. I agree with that.
Agreed.
Done.
Thank you
End
for
of
listening
podcast.
today. So last week we ended on we were talking about respect, and I don't know, maybe what kind of role that plays in our lives, or what am I trying to say here? Help me out, dude. Am I?
Tómate un cafecito.
Is it my podcast or is it our podcast? Help me. Jeez.
This is your topic.
Is it my topic?
No, I wanna hear what your thoughts are on the subject.
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
On respect? I think you got to respect everybody, no matter their color, their race, their religion.
Yeah. Agreed.
And,
damn, we're good.
oh my God, dude, that's it.
Vámonos. Next.
So
what else do you guys want us to solve? Right?
Yeah,
here.
please send us your topics in the comments, please.
We're done.
Yeah, we really have no more to talk about. No, I'm just kidding. So,
Estamos bien.
Estamos bien. Sobran los billetes de 100. No sobran. Faltan. So,
Then inflation, it needs to be higher.
Yeah, we need a couple more hundreds.
Yeah.
So we got to get to 500 subscribers so we can start making money off of this. And once we start making money off of this, we have a cool studio. We can fly in guests, we can, and it's all.
Doesn't the Greyhound still exist though?
Yeah, but isn't it more
Road
expensive?
trip. No say. I don't know. Let's get back to respect.
Okay.
We'll cut this little bit out.
We don't have to.
I feel we need to.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of how to start this. So not last time, but a couple weeks ago, this is actually one of the first ones that we uploaded. I said something, you said something, and then I responded with, bitch, what do you mean? Or something like that.
Oh, yeah, we did, yes.
And then you didn't like it. I didn't know that you didn't like it. But you were just like, you see?
Oh, yeah.
Get mad at him. Or
I thought it was pretty clear.
Because he said bitch, and I was like, whatever. So you don't like that, right? And to me, that just tweaked me out a little bit, right?
But you wouldn't have known that. But you didn't call me that. To me, you said it as a reaction.
Yes.
Right? I got that.
I don't think you're a bitch.
I know that. I do know that. But what happened was it prompted this other conversation later. Because I addressed it and I thought it was funny. And I know, because if our family ever does listen to this, they're going to be like, hey, Emmanuel, ¿cómo pudiste decirle eso
I'll tell you this.
They would have been, tell me.
I have some reactions.
I knew it.
So
thank you, fam.
But it's not what you think.
Oh.
It's really not that, because it's me asking, did you see that? They're like, what? They're like, what? And I was like, I said, Mari's reacting that way because I said bitch. And they're like, oh, okay. And the people that did actually tell me, it's not about like you were wrong for calling her, for saying bitch to her. It's more about they were surprised that
you said it,
that I had the guts to say it to you in conversation.
Does it take guts though? Does it take guts?
Well,
what
because
I don't understand
I think it's
guts. Like te animaste or what is that?
Yeah, sure. That they think que me animé. When to me there was no build up. It happened.
I don't know. I totally
because
got
it's
that.
how I talk.
Yes.
Right? But
you never said that to me before. In fairness, like you've never said.
You've never given me a reason to until that time. I don't even remember what it was.
That's what abusers say to their people that they abuse. They're like, it's your fault that you...
It is your fault because you said something that made me react that way. Because first of all, the turtle's getting some sun. Awesome. So first of all, this is what it was. It was some of my friends, my guy friends that know you, and they think...
Oh, wait. We should say, for people who are just listening... There's an actual turtle here. That's
we got turtles. We got aquatic turtles over there. Yeah, and it's just they rarely get
professional.
They rarely go out to get sun or to be under the light. So when they do, it's good to see.
Right.
So
and
so some of my guy friends that know you, they brought up that they were surprised that I said that in conversation with you.
Yeah.
Because they think that you do hold yourself to a specific standard. And that you don't like to be called that.
Oh.
Right?
Well, why did you do hi when you talk about that standard? Like there's...
Because it's, I mean, like it is. I mean, it is kind of like a... Like you do have to hold yourself to some standard, don't you?
Sure, but we all hold ourselves to certain standards. My question for that, which I find can be an interesting conversation... and let's figure out why we do this stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Is the fact that you raised your hand like as if it were higher than your standard.
I think you do. I think you do hold yourself to a more respectable standard than I do.
Standard.
At least you think, you know what I mean? You want to be respected to a certain degree, right?
Well, I think we all want to be respected.
Yeah.
It depends on what you find as respect. So if I find that I feel
this is the podcast where me and Maria are gonna fight, and the podcast, and this is the last one ever.
You always think we're gonna fight, and we're not actually. I'm not fighting with you. Okay, here's what I think. I actually feel very respected by you. Like I've not ever felt disrespected, so I don't know where that.
You see, guys,
it's true. Have you ever intentionally been disrespectful towards me? Like,
never. I don't think I've intentionally ever been disrespectful towards anyone in my adult life.
Right. I agree. So then sometimes it happens as oops, maybe I shouldn't have said that because I see they felt bad. But that's different than you actually meaning to be disrespectful. Hurt you. Yeah. Right.
I don't think I want to ever hurt anybody.
I don't feel disrespected by you. And I also think that there's a falseness to pretending you respect someone, but yet you talk about them behind their back, but you don't call them bitch in person, for example.
That would be shitty.
She's
such a bitch, but then when you come in...
Yes.
Mari.
Yeah, I don't want that. No, quítate.
Mari. No, but yo te digo las cosas, like, I tell you shit straight up.
This is a
you know what I mean?
That's new vocabulary.
What?
Ready? Guacatelas.
Oh, Spanish word of the day.
I love that word.
That should be a segment. Spanish word of the day is guacatelas.
I think we got to do it because otherwise we're going to be translating forever. There's no way we're going to stop doing Spanglish.
I can't remember the last time I said guacatelas. I appreciate you bringing it up.
Bring it back. Cheers.
Careful armor equipment.
Now I'm looking at my people more than nobody's there. I feel I think about our family who's going to...
They're not listening.
About you saying that to me. I know.
They're not listening because they don't care about us talking in English.
That's true.
They don't want to hear it.
It's just bit of that. That's so true. So back to that's why that comment, I wasn't offended. We moved on from it.
Yeah,
but
I
was aware that
you brought it up.
It was funny that usually you and I are having a conversation, nobody else is around. In fact, when we do have conversations and the family's there, they get tuned out real quick. Like all of a sudden, even if we have a group, you look up and it's just you and me, and everybody's like over by the grill, or something.
Yeah.
So then I assume like nobody really has ever heard our dynamic. Not really.
No,
right?
Other than this podcast for the first
So when
time.
you said that, I was like,
but
I thought I would get a fun little like, somebody's going to pray for you.
They were surprised. There was a surprise.
I might get some fun out of it. Like somebody's going to have my back. Sure. So basically nobody had my back. Thanks.
It wasn't, I don't know, maybe these guys did have your back, but it was more like, about like, no, I can't believe you said that to Mari.
Give me names later and I'm going to give more about it. I'm coming for you.
Yeah. And well, that's all they said. They were like, I can't believe, like, I would never talk to her like that. That's what they were saying.
Well, thank you.
And this is what I wanted to get to. Like, and what I was telling them is like, well, it's because she's my cousin. I don't. Well, so you brought it up that
we don't talk to each other like that. I won't say that to you. It's just not a part of our
because it's not part of your vocabulary.
Yeah.
But it's
like I cannot imagine calling my friends
bitch.
We do it in joke. You know how that whole biatch was like all fun to say for a while? Like that would come up. It's so dorky. I know it's dorky, Emmanuel. Yo sé. No me digas. Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even in Spanish, I hear the cousins call each other like, I even hesitate saying it because it's not in my vocab now. I wouldn't say it now, but like the easy one is güey, or cabrona, like that kind of stuff. And I could not feel myself saying that.
You are your mother's daughter.
For
sure.
You
know what I'm saying? That's, with us.
I kept that one.
That's how we talk to each other. We talk to each other very rudely, but we don't hate each other. You know that?
I've heard you guys, and I used to once upon a time, and then it just kind of it just didn't become my world. And then like Rosella and I don't talk to each other that way at all.
Yeah, is it because you're scared of each other? Let me tell you this.
I probably was when I was younger, but now, no. I don't think it was like, because we're not like, we're sisters. We're so close in each other's age that it's more of an effort to get along. You learn, I want to get along with her because I love her and it's mutual, right?
Yeah.
So you want to protect that relationship. So I know that relationship need, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me tell you this. My brother, recently me and him got into an argument where he called me a name. Mm-hmm. And if anybody else would have called me that, I wouldn't given a shit.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was my brother, it hurt my feelings.
Yeah, because they're like, they press you can press someone's buttons knowingly for sure. Like, and you can do it without, like, I think it's okay to be aware of how you might affect others. That's okay. That's an okay thing.
But check this out. Here's the rest of the story.
Make an effort.
Here's the rest of the story.
Yeah.
He got upset because I got upset.
Really?
Because this is what he didn't like.
Concerned or upset like, oh,
he didn't like that. Because I brought up that I was like, dude, it's not that you called. I don't remember what the fuck it was. But the point is, he got upset that I told him, like, me and my friends talk to each other like that all the time, and he was like, I thought we were friends, kind of. I thought I could talk to you like that because we were friends too, and he got really upset at me.
I'm kind of on his side on this.
So that's what I'm saying. It's more loving.
That's so sweet coming from him.
The way we talk, it's more loving to be straight up forward and say, you fucking idiot, you this,
I understand that. No,
so
I get that.
And since that's the way that I operate, it doesn't matter if it's you, if it's Roseli, if it's Yvonne, that's how I'm gonna talk to you. So it's not like,
I understand that.
That's kind of how I'm coming from when I say, bitch, what do you mean? I'm not saying you're
with a straight face
a bitch.
Me. You're gonna make me laugh though.
It's like actor.
When Roseli yelled at me that one time, and I was like, "Oh."
Well, she didn't mean to yell at you though. She
I know,
but
I still treasure it.
So here's the thing, right? Like, I don't respect you the same way that I respect our parents. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I respect you the way that I respect my brother, my sister, my cousins, because you're my
as a human being. You mean? Not like
no, as a cousin. It's different. The respect that I have for human beings that I don't know, I approach it differently. I'm not going to say to them, bitch, what are you talking about?
So we get
That'd be so
we
crazy.
get the best of you, Manuel?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna talk to strangers like that. That's crazy because they don't know me.
That's crazy.
But you guys,
whacked,
but yeah, right. But you guys know me, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why I feel comfortable to talk to you guys that way.
I watched this old Bill Burr thing the other day, and he had this bit about like women can get away. I'm gonna get in trouble. This is his jokes, okay? And just
this is sexism,
no, but I thought it was
write
funny.
it in the blogs. Marty's a sexist.
It's along the lines of what you're saying, where he was like, if for respecting women, like you can get away with more as a woman, because as a man, like you're not gonna, if you say something to someone, you can get whacked back. So you're gonna check yourself, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and then we as women should whack each other once in a while.
Yeah, you should keep each other in check because we can't do it. We can't hit you. What the
I
fuck?
thought it was so funny. But anyway, okay, so I told you the one about where I talked to, I have a godmother who presented to me the idea that she just calls everyone de tú, no matter how old they are.
There's no.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, there's no usted for her. She's like, to her, the level of respect is equal. Tú. Like, I'm going to call you abuelita, señora, señor de la esquina, whoever, tú, you know? And I thought that was so great. I really liked that.
Like
this
there's
was
no
years ago.
There's no hierarchy to strangers or nothing.
Right.
Like that.
So usted is for English speakers, I guess, it's like saying ma'am, I guess, or sir. Yeah. And you address them, but it's a sign of respect. And so in our culture, we do it for older people, regardless.
Right. Yes. This is what I wanted to get to.
Or people in power, people that have some kind of like a level of respect, like a teacher, for example, you would. It could be the same name, or a stranger even. You would call the usted. Okay. Yeah. So then it stuck with me, and then later on I just kind of started doing away with the usted. And then at one point I did it with someone in the family, and my mom heard me. And this was like just a few years ago. Hilarious. And she was offended on their behalf. And I'm like, I think she's okay. Didn't give a shit. I don't know. I never asked. I chose to trust that, you know, and your
intentions, right? They weren't your intentions weren't disrespectful. You were just being you, saying tú.
Yeah, just informal. And I actually I've developed a friendship with this person, and I thought, oh, that's tú, right? And then, but this person's definitely older than me, so you know, and do you know what I mean? Yeah. It ended up being where I backtracked and I went back to usted.
Oh, that's awkward.
No, I mean,
why are you respecting me now?
It's just, you just went back. And I would have loved to have talked to her about it now that you and I are talking about it, because then I would have asked her perspective. But my mom thought, out of respect for my mom, I didn't. I let it go. Because I'm like, I'll talk to her. And she's like, no le digas nada. And, you know, this was a few years ago. But I took my mom's advice because I'm a good daughter.
Oof, rough.
No, I took her advice. She's the same generation.
Yeah.
I respected that she might have a perspective on this that I'm lacking.
Yeah.
So I'm going to trust that.
I
would not want her to feel disrespected, because I don't disrespect her. Yeah. And I don't have, like, my ego's not like, well, I'm going to do what I want. And it doesn't matter to me. That's not the level of, I might have an ego about other things, but this one, usted, fine. Like, okay.
For your mom.
For my mom and for this person.
Well, because you think they would appreciate that.
I trusted my mom's insight. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, because, I wouldn't ever talk to your mom or any of my aunts and uncles de tú.
De tú. Right.
It just feels wrong.
I do.
It feels so wrong.
I call your mom. Well, your mom was different because she's not as, the age gap isn't as different, right?
Yeah, you call her by her name, but she's still like 15 years older than you do.
Like all your aunts and uncles, the Perez, I think I call them all the tú.
Well, los Perez are your uncles and aunts.
Oh, that's right.
Right? My mom is more...
O sea, mis tíos.
Yeah.
No, but they are. But I also I respect them very much. It's not a level of disrespect. It's just I think my abuelita, from my mom's side, I would call de usted, and my grandfather.
Damn.
But my mom's siblings, tú.
No respect for them. So you have no
I respect some of them.
Bogus. We'll cut that out. We
No,
respect everyone equally. Just kidding.
No, it's not. We talked about that last time. Like some of them, there are some people that I will show respect to because there's no reason to disrespect them, right?
Yeah.
But do I respect the way they are, the way they conduct themselves, the way they treat me, my
Right.
family,
So
whatever?
you treat
maybe
them
not.
differently. You treat.
No, I treat them the same, but then it's not, I don't need to, like, it's different than treating everyone with respect than respecting them.
For sure.
So,
yeah. Well, I think the difference there is just treating somebody with decency, right?
Decency. Yeah,
Would
that's
that be,
true.
there's decency and then there's respect. I think there's a level of decency that everybody deserves, I think. Maybe for yourself, even like the worst of the worst, you could just be like,
like, what do you mean? Tell me.
No, that's wrong. I'm just working it out.
Wow, we solved 2 problems.
Yeah, well, like strangers, I guess, you know, or it's like if you've heard something about someone, but they never really did anything to you, or there's nothing that you know.
Yeah, well, you're not going to scorn them, right? You're not
right.
Gonna...
So there's like this level of just base level decency, and then maybe there's respect. And that maybe that's a whole nother thing where does everyone deserve your respect right away?
No.
Or do they have to earn your respect?
Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
I think we're clear on my thoughts.
Yeah.
On that. Yes. Yeah.
Because
like for you, even in our relationship, I've known you since you were born.
That's
think about it.
Crazy, dude.
Right?
7,000 years ago.
You wish you were that old.
My back thinks I'm that old. From carrying this whole podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
What would we do without you, Emmanuel?
Probably have better conversations.
So lucky. If only. No. Just got that. I think we're good.
Yeah, but I mean that's an interesting thing.
So I've known you all your life, basically. But you've earned... Not that you need to earn my respect.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not that your goal in life is to earn Mari's respect. It's not that. What I mean is that as I've gotten to know you as an adult, I respect you. Where when you were a kid, I showed you respect. But
That's
like when you're a kid, you're like growing, evolving. Like I respect you as a person and whatever. But I don't know what kind of flavor of human you're going to end up being. How do I know I'm going to respect you later in life?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't, there's a difference.
Maybe, but maybe there isn't.
Explore that a little.
Yeah, let's explore that. Yeah, because like I mean, I guess because I guess I go back to the word decency, but also maybe it's the same thing as just being respectful to someone. I'm going to respect everyone. It's like the other way around.
Like respecting their boundaries, for example. You can... That's still a verb, right?
Respecting.
All of it. I guess respecting and
here we are talking about words again.
What's that word you said?
The etymology of words. This podcast is about words.
That's a word I don't know. All right. So then if we respect, you could easily show me disrespect if you wanted to. Right?
Yeah, sure. I can show you disrespect, but is it like is that on you to be disrespected? Because what if I didn't mean to disrespect you?
Well, I could take it personally if I want. It could derail my day. I don't think that's not something I'm going to do.
Or you could say, "Hey, I don't like when you say that to me."
I'd go that route.
Like you did.
Yeah. I did in the moment, and then we moved on with our lives. It was fine. But it didn't need to be this huge thing that I need to talk about. I didn't talk about that incident after it was over. We were done. Like,
that's
you know
what
I mean?
You brought it up last week.
You brought it up.
Oh, I brought it up?
Yeah. I've forgotten about it. Like in the moment I addressed it and we're going to move on with our lives. But I didn't feel what that means is that it really wasn't something I took to heart, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't feel disrespected. I didn't feel like it was like
how dare you? Yeah. Like I would never say that to your mom. I would,
No.
I'm never going to say that for some reason, just because they are the older people. I would do that to my older cousins, but I think it's more like generationally for me.
Maybe generational.
Like aunts and uncles and shit. I'm not going to talk to them like that.
Okay, I got one for you. What about Raul?
My uncle Raul, mi tía Lourdes.
Would you say that to him?
Of course not. That's my uncle.
Okay, so then it is generational.
Yeah.
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 Would you say that to Joel, your padrino?
Joel isn't my padrino. He's my uncle.
Okay, so your uncle.
No, because he's my uncle.
Because he's younger than I am.
Right, but he's my uncle.
But you would say that to me. That's okay. So then it's uncle.
And you're not. Yeah.
Okay.
You're my cousin. So I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk shit to you because unless you don't want me to, obviously I won't. Right? But it's like my instinct is to treat you the way I treat my generation because though you are in age way older than I am.
You're gonna do that. I am way older.
Yeah.
I'm
Generationally, we're on the same level of the tree.
I think I make it. Yeah, that's true. Would you say to?
That's a whole nother thing. Well, see, here's another thing that I'll cut this out. I'm only gonna talk like that to people that I'm cool with, and you
don't have that relationship with her. You can say that.
Let's say that.
You and I. No, it's true.
Yeah,
you and I have more of a friendship too. I think that has to do with it too. There's a safe. I feel like a weird sound.
Because you got to talk right into the tip of it. That's what she said.
Vamos. Ready? Ew. Oh, you don't ruin my microphone. Wait, you see?
They're not going to know.
All right. There's
I wouldn't make that joke if it was one of my aunts.
Exactly. No, I totally get that. You and I joke about, we'll say that all the time. We move on. It's fine. Anyway, what was I going to say about that?
Some bullshit probably.
No, for real.
You said something about how let's cut to a clip. you said that something about being close to someone, the friendship, being friends with somebody so you're close enough with them to say that.
You and I have a friendship. Aside from the fact that we're cousins, we also have a friendship. Because if you had a cousin, there's a lot of cousins that you have, I'm sure in Mexico and all over, where you don't have that relationship with and you wouldn't say that to.
I don't know if that's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think it's harmful.
So would it feel good to you if you did have a relationship with, for example, where you did feel safe to say that?
What do you mean?
Like, would you be able to, can you imagine, would it make you feel warm and cozy to crawl bitch like that? Like joking. You're not going to say it on purpose.
Again, I'll cut this out, but with it's different because I don't trust her anymore and I can't be cool with somebody like that anymore.
So we'll cut it where we'll be like, whatever. And then we'll be like, next. Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. All right, deal.
But yeah, like
after saying that,
when I'm with my cousins, like the Omaha, when I saw them for the first time in forever, we were in the garage hanging out, talking shit. Mm-hmm. You know, it was like we have never. It was like we never stopped seeing each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know Ana Laura, right? So Ana Laura and her brothers, when I was younger, and we would
talk shit.
They do talk shit, and we would visit them just a couple times, but we were very close. We were close enough where I would see them, and I would love to hang out with them, and it was all fun and it was all great. And we would call each other pinche. What is it? Like they would call me pinche prima, and I would pinche primo, like that. But I was like a teenager, you know. Well, but I feel like that was like I don't do that anymore.
You think it's
like se quedó como un apodo, but like if I'm hanging out with Ana Laura, I don't say it like it's in every other word. Yeah, we don't do that. We're just talking like and having fun, but it's not part of like the rhythm.
What it is you're just more respectful. That's just what it comes down to. The way you operate in the world is you want to be nice, you know, and when you can be nice, you'll take the opportunity to be nice. Like, yeah, you can talk shit if you want to.
Yeah, but
you'd rather not.
Sure.
Right?
Well, it's not on my radar anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
I'm not. I will mess with people, but in a different way. Like I'll mess with you, but it's not in the same.
Yeah, it's very tame.
It's tame.
Like you think you think you like make little jokes at me.
Yeah, they're just.
And then you're like, "How do you feel?" I was like, "That was nothing." What was happening earlier when?
Tienes callo.
Oh well, no, I was like dusting the fan, and you said something like, "Oh, you got dust on your hat." I took off my hat. I looked at it. You're like, "Haha, got you." I was like,
it was.
That's adorable. It's like
but I'm not trying to like make you feel. I'm also just seeing how we were just. I'll explain that one because we were just talking about how you like things clean. I didn't know that
so
about
you were playing
you.
into my OCD.
I'm like, let's see. I'm testing, like, let's see how clean he is. Because if you had been like, then we'd have discovered
that I'm
what level
crazy.
you are. But you didn't take it bad, so I'm like, oh, it's not so bad.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
No,
I
just
discovered it for myself.
It. Yeah.
But I'll tell them, I don't know if this is going to be good for your mom being proud of you. My mom might be like, ay, sí, qué bueno. Qué limpia. So every time we come in to do this podcast, he'll clean every single time.
I can't be in a room.
I'll offer to help, but you did say no.
No, I can't just be in a room without cleaning first because it's fucking disgusting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's cat litter. I want to sweep up. I want to lint roller. Like when I get home from work,
it's the dusting that happens and the sweeping. Like there's a broom right there.
And there's a duster over there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I like if I want to be comfortable, I want to clean as much as I can. Like obviously I'm working and I'm tired. I'm not going to do everything, but I'm going to do something at least to make it just that much better. I'm going to get the lint roller, run it across the couch or all that shit. Mm-hmm. So anyways, my brother will tell me shit. Like this is my brother. We were hanging out at his house and I don't remember what the fuck. I think they have like a little thing on the wall that has like, it's like the state of Illinois.
Okay.
Like the heart is Chicago, then there's like a star down in Collinsville.
Oh.
Or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And I said something, I commented on the little plaque.
Yeah.
And straight up my brother's like, shut the fuck up, Emmy. I was like, whoa, what the fuck, dude?
It's so random, though.
Just out of nowhere, completely like caught me like, oh, shit.
Did you ask him?
I don't know, something about the placard, why
we gotta ask him
why the heart is in Chicago, or maybe you could take off the star in Plainfield because you don't live there anymore.
Or think it was like dumb, you know.
Well, everything I say is dumb to my brother, but that one particularly made him say, shut the fuck up, Emmy.
Like maybe he thought you were gonna make fun of it. Why you have a little heart plaque or something?
You fucking homo.
So dumb. Why is that a joke? I want to know that too. Like you use that as a joke a lot.
What?
The gay stuff.
Yeah.
I know that's just what you do. I don't do that.
You want to talk about LGBTQ politics in this episode?
I don't think we're equipped.
Oh, we're talking about respect.
It is respect. So I don't think, and I'm saying this seriously, I'm not equipped to have that conversation. But I can ask, like, for our culture, right? Like, I know, because I hear you guys joke about that, and I would never, because I find it to be disrespectful to say, oh, that's so gay. I think that I don't like that. But you guys do. You do that. And I know you've explained it to me, sort of.
Well, because
so
I think...
I know it's just to you a term.
It's not...
You're not disrespecting the
not
community.
Yes, it's
I
not
know
that
what
deep.
you're saying. But yet it is, like, that is one of those things that we're talking about where you saying it is like, oh.
It does... You shudder. It comes from...
I don't like it.
It comes from...
I don't like it.
It comes from... definitely comes from... I don't know, dude. We just talk shit. You know what I mean?
Talk shit, but I don't think you thought that one through. Like, I think you're in a little world where there's nobody around that would call you out on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, because we don't take each other serious. I've said it to gay people too, and they don't give a shit because I don't surround myself. Well, it depends on the
person, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that's one of those that I find. So I think that might have been what happened with Miguelito, is what I'm saying too.
What? You think he's gay?
Make fun of him for the little heart, like that little thing, you know?
Maybe.
He's gonna don't come after me, okay?
It's not that deep. It's just shit talking.
Yeah,
you know?
I know it is for you. So the same thing about the comment for me that you said. Like that's what I took it as, because I know you. I know I'm not gonna start an internal war in the family of you guys have to talk to Manuel because this is what he said, because I know I have a
line though. Like I would never say like the F word, I think. Especially not publicly.
Really?
Like FAG.
Oh.
There's this great...
I keep thinking that's the other one.
There's this great South Park bit.
I have no idea.
Where I think like the kids in South Park... What do you mean? This is a genius of South Park. They could get away with this shit because it's cartoon characters.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
Yeah, good point.
So there's this episode
and
where...
it's funny.
It's hilarious. I mean, that's above all.
Yeah, above all, it's funny. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's so ridiculous to call something that is bad gay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's funny. Like, it's crazy that it's so outlandish and so ridiculous. Like, obviously, it's not.
It's not
gay.
No, right? Yeah, it's dumb.
I think it's more a joke on saying that. You know what? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you're more evolved than I think I am.
It's like a joke on like there's people that actually think gay is bad, right?
Right.
So it's more. I think it's more a joke on that.
Yeah, but it's dumb to think that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I think that's the joke. It's not that I'm really calling that gay. It's more that it's funny that somebody would actually call that gay.
Yeah, but if I have to think so much about that.
But you don't. But you have to think about it. But I think
I know you, so I don't. We're talking about it now because we're delving into the topic, right, of respect.
Yes,
that's why. But I know you, and if you say something to that effect, it's like the stuff sometimes you say about women that I'm like, I look at you sometimes just to see which one is true. But I know it's dumb. I know you're just saying stuff.
Well, that's the joke. Yeah. The joke that it's so ridiculous that somebody actually thinks that.
Yeah.
So I think it's more playing into that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke on that more than.
How do you want to see that? How do you see that going? I don't know how that's gonna what that's gonna look like in terms of the shelf life, right? How long that's gonna last? Maybe later on, like decades later, we're gonna be like, "Oh, remember we used to get offended about blah blah blah," and we're not gonna care, right? But for now, like it's the "where are you from" thing we were talking about. Like, why would anybody? Let's just get over that. We don't need to be offended by it. That's our. This is gay.
Yeah, for sure.
Know? I feel like the "where are you
that's
from?"
Our this is gay.
It is, don't you think?
Yeah, sure, kind of.
That's like our.
But I'm not
like we don't care. Yet other people will be offended on our behalf, you know?
Yeah. And I think it's okay if you want to get offended. It's just, don't listen to this podcast and it's okay.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to get.
And in fact, like I'll
That's so true.
I'll fucking bring in my acquaintances to come in, and like if they don't get mad, why? I mean, because I don't have friends. I don't. My only friend is my girlfriend, and everyone else is my family.
That's true.
So and like if they don't dislike me because of that, who the fuck are you to get mad at?
Well, I think this is why I think respect comes. I would like to see respect be earned, not because it's a contest, but because how can you really show respect for someone unless you know them? I think it's human decency to be respectful to one another. I think the base level is to just be nice to people. Yes, agreed. Yeah. But I'm talking about when you talk about someone where you're like, oh, I just really respect this person. Like when it comes with admiration.
And that's what I mean? That's where my brain went. Admiration.
Really? Hey, we pulled another one. Oh no, it's too far. Okay, fine.
You're gonna break the coffee cup.
You have it. No, that's a sacred cup.
So
yeah, no, I think it needs to come with admiration. Wait, that's not what I said.
Respect
coffee?
Yeah, you're saying. Yeah, no, that is what you were saying. That
did I? Oh, that's wise.
There's respecting, and then there's like having admiration for someone. Like I respect that person.
Yeah, because there's people that I work with, for example, in work that I also respect. But I've gotten to know them, and I understand what makes them tick, sort of like, you know what I mean? You get to know someone where not only I'm going to respect the work client relationship. There's always there's also this next level of, oh, you're like a person that I actually also respect and admire things about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know, like, I'd like to think that I want to respect everyone, no matter whether I like them or not.
It's very noble, Emmy.
But I don't know if I do.
I don't think you do.
I think the reality is I aspire to that, to just respect everyone, even though, because there's a lot of people that I don't like and I don't agree with that I have a great fucking respect for because of what they've accomplished.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
That doesn't mean I like them.
But do you respect... Maybe there's some aspects of them or some aspects about them that you respect. That feels legit. right? Versus
sure,
they did something cool, now you respect them.
Well, I think I see it the other way, where it's like I respect them, but I don't like that they do this. Instead of I don't like them, but I respect that they do this. You know what I'm saying? There's like
you end it at least you end it with the nice one.
I think so. I think at the end of the day, yeah. I think it comes down to, it always comes down to this. There's always room for acknowledging the bad that they've done, and I think it's important.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, but, all of us, I'm not talking about perfection either. I'm glad you said that, because I think there's an important distinction where it's not about the perfection part of it. It's the respect you show because they've earned it for you, right? Or, you know what I'm thinking about? The clear example for me is bishops and priests in our culture, right?
Yes.
Where there are family members. I don't even want to say family members. It doesn't matter. It's in our culture when you're in the Catholic Church. And, I'm not a practicing Catholic. I'm not any of that.
Hell.
But I do remember.
Hell. Eternal damnation.
So I've gotten to a point where I don't, I get that this person is a professional. I understand that. And all of that is true. But I don't know them personally, so I don't really know yet if you are also a respectable person, someone who is a good human being. I don't know that just by the title.
But I think, to play devil's advocate, because that's what I do, right? Contreras over here. I think... Yeah. I mean, that's what makes for good conversation, no?
Yeah.
I think the respect comes from what you do know about these people. You know, like, you respect. I think it's like it's kind of like an understanding. You respect that they studied, they put in their time, they studied the Bible.
Did they?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know until you get to know them. You really don't know.
They have to.
He's a major dork.
I think you have to do that to become a priest.
I think he specialized in canon law or something like that.
Canon law?
Yeah, he's like, yeah. But there's different specialties when you go to the seminary anyway. Like, not everybody is knowledgeable on everything.
You think we can get him in to talk about this stuff?
Maybe. I love having conversations. Well, I don't talk to him as often
and
now. But
does he know? Never mind. What's in the Ark of the Covenant?
Oh my God.
That's not what I was going to ask. That's not what I was going to say. But
this is a very general sense, right? Like, so it's a very general thing. So there's somebody like him where he's very knowledgeable. Like, he knows things about things for sure.
Wow, he knows things about things.
I just said that dumb thing. I'm saying I know those things.
Good for him. Good for him. Wow, the most vague statement of all time.
So wise. That's how religions get started. It's this thing that meant nonsensical, and I feel bad about it.
And they start worshiping.
No, it means something. Parable.
And then you're worshipped forever. You got statues of you now.
No, that was a dumb thing. Let's just acknowledge it. That's what I mean as it relates to respect, is that there are priests and bishops in in that community where they're in it for the power. That's also one of the things. Like, they just expect you to respect them.
Well, that's shitty. Yeah, that's a shitty thing that you get everywhere.
And there are good men and women in religions where it's more of a sense of service to the community. And I respect that level. I respect that type of a person. I have a hard time respecting the kind of priest or person, let's say person, that just expects a certain behavior from you just because there's a title attached.
Yeah, like you not wanting me to say bitch because you're 56 years older than me.
Yeah.
How old are you actually? You're 43, right?
No, I'm 47.
Okay, 17 years older than me. So, but it's like, that's like the same thing, right? Just because you're 47 years older than me, I'm not.
Yeah, what if I was a horrible human being to you? What about that? Then do I deserve your respect?
I think at a human level,
maybe you leave me alone.
Right.
Like maybe, I don't want to interact with them.
Yeah.
But
I think but I'm trying to, I don't know, man. I think it's because I'm really battling this idea in my head that everyone deserves respect.
I know. I hear you.
Right?
Guess what? There's another one I'm toying with.
Which one?
What if you don't forgive people?
You don't have to.
No, I know you don't have to, but what if it's healthy not to?
Oh.
I know.
That's one that I could I think I have clear in my head, in my heart, that I just completely disagree with that.
I know. I know you.
And would. I don't battle. There's no internal battle.
We'll revisit that one. Let's revisit this one.
Yeah.
It's a new
We're still
idea.
early. We're still early in the pod to get into that, dude. I don't know.
I'm not ready for it. This is a new. Have you ever started contemplating a thought where it's like a whisper where you're like, what about this? Right? And you're not quite there yet. It's not solid yet. You're in the I'm going to think about this mode. That's where I am with this concept.
Interesting. Yeah.
I say think about it.
I say you.
It's new.
Yeah, go.
What if you don't forgive?
Keep thinking about it.
What if it's healthy not to forgive?
Sounds so unhealthy.
That just hurt me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey. I
don't know yet. I've gone the other route, trying to forgive everything.
Rotting apple.
Done that.
Rotting apple. Keep that worm inside eating you up. You know what I'm saying?
What if it isn't though? What if it's just like, I'm going to let this go?
That's what forgiveness means though. Forgiveness literally means to just, you don't have to carry it anymore because you're giving it. You don't have it anymore.
Let's Google that. Google that real quick. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll be Google.
I want to really explore this word. We were taught to forgive, niños.
Forgiveness.
Let go of resentment and anger.
You see, that's what it means. Okay, forgiveness doesn't mean I forgive you, we can be friends again. No.
I think the implication is that when you
it just means you don't have it anymore. Forgiveness just means it's not on you anymore. You're letting it go. You're not carrying that burden anymore. I mean, I think it comes again in the etymology of it. Let's look up etymology before I fucking keep saying that word.
Must we?
The study of the origin of the words. Okay.
Yeah, that's
so the word forgiveness, I mean, it's there, right? You're forgiving it. You're giving it.
Yeah, plus you looked up like the Mayo Clinic one too. Like,
what's Mayo Clinic?
The one that you just read. The
What's the Mayo Clinic?
That.
Is that a good one?
Oh, I don't know. They publish.
It's a .org, so
they must be legit.
Yeah.
No,
so
we don't have to worry about the Mayo Clinic. There, it means it's like a health based, right? So
it's trustworthy.
I don't know how.
Like CNN.
Well,
Fox
not in
News.
the sense. Do you ever want these episodes to air?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah, I'm adding entertainment
for the algorithm.
To it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's throw more buzzwords out there.
If not, it's
What's another one?
Eclipse. Joe Rogan.
Diddy.
P. Diddy. What do you think about P. Diddy? Do you forgive P. Diddy?
I don't know about this man. I feel like it's like with every celebrity, they are living their lives. They don't need my opinion, nor do I want to give it.
The turtle tried to escape.
They agree with me.
The turtle tried to escape right now, and the fucking topper fell on its
because
head.
we're talking about things. They're like, I can't hear this conversation.
They ran back into the water.
An amphibian brain.
Reptile.
A reptile brain.
Please have some respect.
Conversation.
Have some respect for my turtle buddy.
Thank you. That is how important the P. Diddy conversation is.
That's true.
What's your turtles' names?
I don't know. I don't have names for them. I mean, there's one with the stripe head, with the solid
same, right?
stripe.
They're the same turtles I see every week.
One has a solid stripe. One's a little crooked. The other one is a map turtle because it's like spiky, like Godzilla. And then there's a little angry one in the kitchen that can't be with those because it's always fighting, like me. It's the little angry one.
That's Emmy. Yeah. I'm gonna call him Emmy for that.
Yeah.
Do you really think you're angry all the time?
No, I joke about that because you think I am.
I've never said you're angry all the time, though. Why do you think I am? Why do you think I think that? I'm just saying all
Who do you think you are? I
today.
am. Who do you think you are? I am.
Brillo. Okay. No, I don't think that about you. Why do you think?
Because you've said it before.
I have.
And I forgive you.
Really?
I forgive you for it.
I have no memory of it. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's
I don't actually think that. It's in one of the.
That's why they didn't make him.
Oh no, I didn't say you were angry. I support you embracing your anger.
Oh, that's what we were talking a lot about.
I didn't say that you're angry all the time.
Interesting.
I think that that all of us feel anger always. Like I think we all feel all the emotions, right? That's what I said. Mira lo que cambia. We should translate. Es el sordo no oye, pero compone.
Yeah, me quedó el saco.
Te quedó el saco. But you heard what you wanted to hear. I didn't say that.
Just because I want to fight.
That I can
probably. But so right, when you forgive, it just means you don't have to fucking hold that shit on you anymore. And that doesn't and I mean that comes with having a respect for yourself. Because forgiving isn't about the person that did something to you. Forgiving is 100% about you not carrying that burden anymore.
Yeah. Well, that I can do. That
so
I'm on
what do you
board
think
with.
now after?
Now I think we solved it. Let's move on. Another one. 3. What else do we solve today? We better hear it because I don't even remember what we talked about in the beginning.
Should I read a poem?
No.
Please.
Okay. But you're reading other people's poems.
Or you want me to read another poem?
I think you should write one.
I'm not gonna write poems. That's fucking gay, dude. How many times I gotta tell you?
Gay.
Jesus Christ.
I know you write.
Have you ever heard of T.S. Eliot?
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Four Quartets?
No.
That's my favorite poem ever.
Okay. But why are we going into poetry? We're talking about respect.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
I'm gonna respect the fact that you enjoy poetry.
Me too.
And we'll go.
No, I don't want to anymore. Let's keep talking about respect. I'm
gonna sip my coffee.
There's a poem about respect. Well, you said you like Motown last week.
I love Motown.
So
thank you, Americans, for bringing it into our lives.
There's a song by Aretha Franklin.
Everybody knows that song, Emmy. Come on.
I mean, this isn't Motown, but
it's close. It's adjacent.
It has like all the horns and the pianos and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's that era. It's what people think of when you think of Motown, even though it's not exactly. Yeah.
Wait, is this rock?
No, I think it's like soul, and it is though, because she was like a rocker. Well, what I think is the rockers were influenced by her and others.
It's punchy.
Yeah, but so I was listening to the Beatles the other day, and there's a certain era where they start doing the guttural scream, like the Rolling Stones type screaming.
Whoa.
Do you remember that era?
No, I never listened to the Beatles.
Really?
Yeah, I never.
They were too rehearsed for
me. Oh, I've tried. It's not.
Well, that's my point. You can see bits of them. You can see bits of them in there later as they go. And not just them. A lot of them were doing it where they were listening to. We don't need to go to the history of it, do we?
Yeah.
No, we're not the.
I don't know. Tell me.
That they would listen to people like Aretha Franklin, and others.
I thought they started doing acid, and that's what made them go all out artistically.
Well, they had in the lyrics for sure. You can see in some of the lyrics like Strawberry Fields and who knows what other ones, but they're the way that they sang, there was like an evolution to that. And then this, you can hear like like that kind of.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do you wrong while you're gone. I ain't gonna do you wrong because I don't want it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Baby, when you get home, I'm about to give you all my money. And all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give you my profits. What? Your kisses sweeter than honey. Guess what? So is my money. Hey, damn, this is like a boss bitch anthem, huh? God damn. What the fuck? RESPECT, find out what it means to me. So it is pretty much about, I'm making all this fucking money. Just fucking, hey, come on, just be nice to me, you fucking asshole. I thought this song was going to be deeper than that.
That woman is amazing. I don't even know. I don't think we can even talk about her life. Like, there's no context for us.
I don't know anything about her, to be honest with you. I just know the song and her name.
Well, yeah, she was like, she's Aretha, Like, how do you...
I should listen to her, though. I feel like I would really get into... I mean, because I like artists like Lana and... I don't know, Marina, I don't know, Keisha Cole. I don't know. I like girl singers.
Yeah, Chris, that's what you're talking. You're not talking about a certain genre of. I know who Lana is because of you.
You don't know Keisha Cole?
No.
Keisha Cole is probably the artist that got me into like soul and R&B and
send
shit.
it to me later, and next time we can talk about. If we want
another episode about music again.
I feel like I have to get better at music. At listening to stuff.
Get better at music is hilarious. Yeah, because you do suck at music, if I'm being honest.
I'm not good at remembering things. I don't make an effort to remember the artists and the names of the songs in the way that you do.
Yeah,
that's
fair. I got a brain for that.
Yeah,
I do got a brain for that.
But I like it.
So, what else did we cover? Respect? You think?
I think if we talk about Aretha and respect, we're done. But even no joke, and even though nobody else, the funny thing about that era is like there was a level of respect that she had to earn because it wasn't just given. When did she make music? It was almost like a demand. Well, this was like the 1950s, 1960s.
Mm-hmm. Holy mother!
Yeah, but she started as a gospel singer.
Wow! So this is like around the Doors, around the Beatles. This is around that time. Then.
Yep, and you can hear those bits. They're from that. They're very influenced by gospel. So if you're here, like her having a rock revive, it's really the
rockers have their vibe. Well, but I know them from artists that I like, rock artists that I like, mentioning her. That's why I know her.
Oh, that makes sense to me.
And I mean, of course, I would watch BET as a kid all the time. So, and she's like one of the most influential black artists of all time.
For sure. Yeah. So, for sure.
But I never ever listened to her music.
Oh, well, listen to it. Let me know.
I don't want to.
I feel that way about Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
Isn't that bad? No, but I would actually listen to her.
You know who I do listen to? Have you heard of Billie Holiday?
Yes, definitely.
I love Billie Holiday.
There you go.
Is it that same era?
Mm-hmm. Well, probably earlier.
Billie Holiday's earlier than Aretha?
Yeah.
Oh, she died in 59.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
She was like the OG of that. Like, so,
Oh, okay. So amazing. Then I know even before Aretha then. Okay, all right.
You're so
I'm like the Aretha
hipster.
In
this sense, I'm more American than you.
You are.
Yeah.
100%. This is this is the conclusion that I think we came to last time. Just you telling me that mariachi is not like your most
I asked about that.
Main music. What'd you ask?
I asked about that, and she agrees with me.
What'd she say?
That I'm like, right? It's like it's not. It's that thing about it's not. No somos de San Miguel. Somos, pero no somos.
I don't know what that means.
You're refusing to.
No, I'm not refusing because to
admit that you and I are not born there. We are from there because our family's from there, but we don't fit in that culture anymore.
Right, but the fact that I grew up sheltered.
We would be the novelty, basically, in that. Like, we're not, like, we don't know the norms, las costumbres, even you.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that mariachi isn't the most important music in my thing because of that.
Totally.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yes, but you're not from San Miguel, like the song.
I wasn't born there. I wasn't born there. Of course it wasn't written for me, dude. What the fuck? But it's still what I kind of
It literally says, es mi tierra y ahí nací. And for us, it's a big fat no. No, it is not the place where we were born.
I get it, Mari. I get it. You're very... Look, I just feel more Mexican than American.
I understand that.
Because of the people
culture
that I grew up with.
Yes, I get that.
I grew up way close to my cousins and my aunts and uncles, and that they straight up came from Mexico and lived here. And that's who I grew up with. And that's why I identify more with the Mexicanness than the Americanness, because I didn't hang out with American people.
No, I understand
I didn't hang out with my friends from school. I didn't have friends other than like just school. Outside of school, I never hung out. I don't know what the fuck about Malort. I'm barely into the Cubs and the Sox.
We shouldn't know about Malort. Sorry, Malort, but no.
Is that a brand?
Yeah, it's that drink. We talked about this. Remember?
I thought it was just a type of liquor, but...
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but whatever,
whenever you see it, just don't.
I'm not going to do it.
You do it the one time to get your street cred that you're from Chicago, and then you move on with your life.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not.
I will drink Malort. Well, okay. So we're going to keep revisiting the San Miguel thing.
I understand.
I love San Miguel, and I feel it's part of us. It's who we are, but we are not fully accepted there.
It's okay. They don't have to accept me.
You picking that song for us is a no-go. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I just don't agree. And I wasn't going to do the song. I was going to remix the song to kind of make that a part of it.
Well, let's see then.
I'm not going to do it anymore because you're a racist, dude. You're racist against Mexicans.
Against people. No, I just don't think. I know for sure that, well, there you go. We'll ask when we see her. She'll fill it in. But it's basically, that was the gist of the conversation.
It's kind of like to me.
Of course I led her. I'm like, right? Isn't it true that?
And they're like, sí, Mari, sí, no. Look at this.
But I also did ask her, like, somos de San Miguel? I think I asked her something like that. Like, I said, this is what Emmy said. This is my view. And she agreed with my view.
What was your view? That we weren't born there, so we can't claim it.
I literally said, I said exactly, que no somos ni de aquí ni de allá. Somos algo nuevo.
Yeah,
and
for
she's
sure.
Like, yes. And you know what else she said? Oh, this is good. This is interesting. As if anything else we said wasn't.
It probably wasn't.
She said that this is her perspective, which is, she was born over there and is now a citizen here, but she came here later in life.
She has to say that for legal reasons.
No, but what I mean is it's relevant because it's, I don't know if she's a citizen or a resident, but she's not, she was born in Mexico, right? Uh-huh. But she's here, and she said that she feels she wouldn't go back to live. Like, she feels like now this is her home.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't go over there either. 100%.
Right. So then isn't that interesting how, like, where are we from?
See, because
like we are from there, obviously.
Because I think it's just not that deep. You know, to me, it's just, that's what my roots are. And my root, like, you can grow tequila. You can grow tequila in Hawaii. You know what I mean? But you can't, at the end of the day, it's agave. You can't call it tequila. Like, that's the thing. Sure, I can't say I'm from San Miguel.
Oh, you're talking, I got you. Because it has to be tequila.
Okay, champagne, right? Like,
it's like champagne. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you can say it's champagne, but it's not champagne if it doesn't come from there.
Right.
Right. But at the end of the day, if that's where
it's still champagne.
To say here? Yeah.
I get it. It's the root. I understand what you're saying, but it does get murky. So then.
It doesn't have to, though. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't. It's not that deep. Are we going to be
talking about where we're from forever?
Forever.
That means we haven't solved it. Maybe it's unsolvable. We haven't settled on a...
Well, I don't know, dude. I just know that I am... And I always go back and forth with... Oh, my gosh.
Another comment.
It's okay. I'm fucking gonna lose my business and my job. And I'm never gonna be cast in a Hollywood movie in my life.
Do you have that level of... Do you aspire to being... Oh, we talked about this.
I don't want to, because they're gonna put you on camera, and that's the only way that you're ever gonna get famous. That's what they do to people.
Wow, you could so be a conspiracy theorist. Like, you could be that guy.
But that's true. That's not even conspiracy. You heard all the Jeffrey Epstein stuff that came out.
But you're not a woman. Newsflash.
What do you mean?
Wait, which one's Epstein? Isn't he the guy that would, like, make women like sexual favors for getting them parts or whatever?
Well, that's
I'm confusing the Steens. That's
racist. But it's okay. You can be racist against them right now.
No, it's a name that sounds similar to me, and that's why I'm confusing them.
Weinstein.
They're still.
Sure. Weinstein is the guy that would give them parts.
So the other one is like
Jeffrey Epstein is the guy that had the island with the little girls, and he would film them all the time.
Oh, that guy was so evil. Yeah, I don't respect that guy. See?
I don't respect him either.
I don't care what he accomplished. You've lost my respect. Okay, well, that's a good point for our respect. Can you do something?
Can you respect?
You can do something that's so shady where I just can't respect you now. That happened to me with this guy. No longer respect him, and
Jeffrey Epstein?
Feel bad. Yeah. No respect for that man.
I don't respect Jeffrey Epstein either. But no, I'm just
kidding. What if you found out he did like something really great for society.
Well, yeah, I mean,
then what?
There's like the Bill Gates guy, right? I mean, he's put in so much money.
I don't think they're in the same category, but sure.
Well, first of all, he's a billionaire, and that's disgusting in its own way to amass that amount of money, right? So there's that, and also like he's given so much money to wells to feed kids and like people where they don't have water and all this.
Well,
stuff.
his company has, yeah,
right, but it's from his money that he's gained. He's done that, but also, wasn't he on Epstein's plane a number of times? And I think his name was on the list. I could be wrong here. But that you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we don't have it. This is where like that's conjecture. We don't really know, right? So then it goes back to when you hear a gossip about someone in the family, like someone that we know.
Lucky for you, we have Jeffrey Epstein A-list celebrities here.
Yeah, but we don't know exactly.
Full list. And it's on mint.com.
Rabbit hole coming up right now.
Let's go. Prince Andrew. I don't know who that is. Bill Clinton.
Prince Andrew's part of the royal family. And what?
Bill Clinton. Donald Trump, your favorite president, Marty. Briefly mentions President Socialite, not accused of misconduct, though. Stephen Hawking, though. I heard some stuff about Stephen Hawking, though. Yeah.
Why are we talking about people, Emmanuel? Isn't this gossip? This is, what do we know?
Well, we're talking about respect.
We don't know.
Right? And, okay, so Stephen Hawking, one of the greatest minds ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's on the list to have gone to Epstein's Island.
If I found out that guy was doing some shady things, regardless of the level of intellect that you have, you the person, right? Not you. I would lose respect for them.
Yeah,
so
for
sorry.
Sure.
I'm so sorry. I do that. But then again, if you're doing that, like how much is that worth when the person doesn't know me? Like these guys, they don't care if we respect them or not.
Right.
They don't know us. Who cares?
But
like I feel like it's where it's relevant is for people your everyday life people. Like that's I think the most meaningful practice of respect in my view.
Yeah, because it's realistic. This is your opinions towards them is not going to affect anything in the world. No. And I think that's one of the interesting things happening nowadays, right? We care about that a lot societally.
Yeah.
So and that's what happens when you get all these crazy protests and all these like people trying to do things about something they have no control over.
Sometimes are you really moving the needle, right? Like, it's a solution of even us as a mass being respected when we're not looking at what about the evidence, right?
Yeah.
Like if you, for example, goes back to what we're talking about respect. Now that you know that I'm not into calling my friends that, and I don't like people calling me that. Now it's going to be up to you.
I'm going to not call you a bitch anymore.
No, I know you told me that already, but as like
I'm gonna be
unless
that
I really
much
deserve it.
But that's the thing, dude. Here's the thing about me.
I think my point of these guys. Like, how do you? That's where you show respect for each other. Like, because that's if you ask a person, this can happen in a relationship. This can happen in a friendship, a romantic or otherwise. Family, as a kid, even as a kid, you can be like, Mom, Dad, I don't want you to call me this anymore. Like, what if you're brave enough to say, and they respect your view? What happened? What's going on?
Oh, that could go.
You made a weird face. Why not?
Well, that's a hot topic nowadays.
But
I have opinions on them, and that's me.
No. Let me give you an example. I used to have a nickname when I was little. This is going to make sense to you. Okay,
I think you've told me this before.
Okay, so it's irrelevant to what we're talking about now, but it's not a big deal. But we call each other weird things as in terms of endearments, like gorda and such as like ay gorda. Like what? Okay, so my parents used to call me Lela, ay Lela. Okay, which means dummy, basically. Yeah. So one day when I was older to really think I might have been like 6 or 7, something like that. And I asked them, I just said, I don't like when you call me this. And they stopped. And I found that to be very loving and respectful on their end. They didn't have to. They could have dug down and said, we don't mean it, dismissed my whatever, right? Dismissed
like me. I'm trying to do.
Like you're trying to do. Yeah. So then I think that's like the respect.
If it's real, yeah. If it's something that I see that it really is hurting you,
yeah,
I'm not gonna call you that.
Yeah.
no matter how I feel about it, because you're my friend, right? I'm not saying you, but like if somebody tells me I don't like when you call me this, and if I really care about this person, I'm going to not call you that.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
But if I think it's stupid, I'm not going to play it. You know what I mean? I'm probably just not going to be friends with you if that's the case. If you tell me, like you, but like if somebody tells me.
You can't get rid of me though, Emmy.
Unfortunately for me.
Family.
Yeah. I know, I'm stuck.
I did that with someone too. Somebody asked me once. I was, and I didn't think about this, but I was a manager at the time. And it probably was very brave of her to come to me and ask me this, but I would mess with her, and I felt a real connection with her because she was her family was Mexican like mine, and we kind of connected. And
check the camera. Keep talking.
Oh, all right. Okay. And then, and she asked me, and I would be like, hola fea, which means ugly.
No me digas fea.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
But she didn't say it that way. She really set me aside in private and said, hey, I don't remember exactly how she said it, but she's like, you could tell she had built up to this point, like possibly even practiced. You know what I mean? Like you can tell that she was like, it was hard for me. Her voice shook a little bit and everything. I can tell it was meaningful.
Yeah.
And she asked me not to, and I was very thankful that she told me. And then, the end of the story. I could drag it out more.
I would. Yeah, you stop calling her fea. I would definitely stop calling her fea too. But I would probably just start distancing myself a little bit, because it's like if it's something stupid, it's like
I didn't,
dude.
But what can be stupid for you? Then this is where I think that.
So what's something? I'm trying to think something about me. Hey, I don't like when you do that. I don't know.
I think you're on a different path though, because you do want to keep doing those things. Like you have a practice of trying not to let any of that stuff bother you, but it will bother you. It would be, do you know what I mean? Like if somebody did it to you, it were for something that mattered to you, I think that you would care.
I don't know. It depends on the context at the end of the day.
And what if we did respect each other's wishes on how we want people to treat us? Like that's not the worst thing, right?
Yeah, but I think there's real stuff going on than for you to get offended. Like Lily calls me enano.
Oh yeah.
And that's a real fucking hindrance in my life. It's not a trigger, but
You're not though.
But it is a hindrance.
You're not an actual enano.
Well, people treat you different because you're short. I mean, especially a short guy.
A short guy.
Yeah, but I mean, it don't bug me. I just see it. I was like, oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh,
fine.
Okay.
Right, and I'm not gonna cry about it. But
no,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, right. That's my point. You've developed some resilience to that.
Right. And don't you think the world would be a better place if everyone just I get it. It hurts when somebody, but
I think
you got
right.
real problems.
I think you're right. That's a good example for me in understanding where you're coming from, because there has been moments, this happens sometimes with people that think a certain way politically, or, where you can tell there's no context. You can tell there's no, like, they're not really seeing your point of view. You know what I mean? So they're on the defense of their views, really. They're not trying to communicate. They're just like, this is what I believe, end. Do you know what I mean? Okay. And for people like that, then I try to, in those conversations, there's a certain distance that I end up creating, because I don't want to get into those conversations, because there's no conversation, right?
There's no conversation happening. But also that,
So there's no real understanding of each other's ideas, really, because I think to understand each other, there has to be that back and forth, that I mean, I think that's where I would, like in this case, okay, yeah, I'm not going to say those words to you anymore. Right. And then, that's where I think I can at least take that extra step, is like, fine, if it's that serious to you, I'm not going to say that. Well, you should know now and forever, that moment was not offensive to me.
I know.
So, but we should probably say that clearly.
You're now making me want to keep doing it.
But you do understand, we use that together. We agreed that would be a good place to start here. Yeah. Like you brought it up, and I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. Yeah, it was like more, it wasn't like
Because you're not.
It didn't hurt me.
Right, because you're not. You understand that there's real fucking shit going on.
Yes, like human trafficking, going back to that.
Right.
Like that's actually an offense. As a woman, like that offends me more as a human being, that people would defend that than you having used that word.
Right.
In a conversation as a reaction. To me, that's a nothing. Do you know?
Yeah.
Like I didn't, you know.
And that's kind of what it is.
That thing about like seeing you clean the fan where I'm like, let's see how important this is to you. Like, I didn't care. It doesn't affect me in my life if you clean your fan or not. Like it doesn't. It's not for me.
It's because I was going to turn it on, and then I didn't want the dust to blow everywhere.
I appreciate that. But also it doesn't, if you hadn't cleaned it
I
and I had gotten dust on me, it would have been, we would still be friends. Like what
if I told you I didn't do it for you, but I did it for me because of my allergies, as most people can hear.
That would make sense for me because it's allergies. Why is that a selfish act?
Right. For sure.
I'm
just saying I didn't do it for you.
No, I know what you're saying, but also it's like that's the thing about respect. Like you can also find ways to get offended over things that are nothing.
Yeah.
Because you're like, they have to, if you have this idea in your head that you have to, there's ABC has to happen for you to be respected. Like, come on.
Yeah.
No, like they can't talk to me like that. They have to be like, that's how I know someone's respecting me. And everybody has their rules, but I think it's okay for us to examine those rules for ourselves. Like
it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing, right? Okay. Like I think so. It is like the whole like me telling you, I don't appreciate it if you blah 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 blah. Like if you were to come in,
never blah 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 blah.
I appreciate you for never blah
because
blah,
I would
blah,
never want to blah 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 blah.
Stupid joke, dude. If you were to come in and I don't know, like I'm trying to think.
Kiss your cat. What if I kissed your cat?
No, you can do it.
No, I'm not supposed to.
You can do it. I don't care if you do it.
Did you find it icky?
There's other people that I
don't kiss the cats.
You can kiss my cats if I know you. If I don't know you, don't. No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because then they're gonna if they hear it. Okay, whatever.
Hearing it. Okay, go ahead. We'll go back to what you're saying.
If you were to come in and I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think what would be a rude thing because there are things that I would get offended if you were to come in here and I don't know, start just randomly getting a marker and like drawing swastikas on my wall or something. Well, maybe that would be funny. That'd be funny. But if you would draw some shit on the wall and start writing stuff, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not okay.
Yeah.
Right? That's not respectful.
What if I came in hot and just telling you like angry hot, like, you know, like just starting to tell you, Emmy, why are you doing this? You got to do this and that with your life, like out of nowhere. No context, no nothing.
I would laugh.
Like that one time we were on the phone, remember? And we told Yvonne to call you or somebody to tell you to go clean or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't cleaning. It was some dumb thing. It was dumb to help Roseli with something.
Yeah.
That was like a hot trigger. Like that was like right away. You were like, Wah!
But that's the thing.
That offended you.
This is on an episode that got cut.
Oh, really?
I didn't get offended. I did get offended.
Yeah, that was an offense.
But it wasn't something that...
You were looking for something, an example. I'm giving you
That's
one.
a good example.
I'm not calling you out.
No, okay. For sure. See, I just get worked up about stuff.
I know. I think that's funny.
It's like...
And I don't know why. I don't mean to be disrespectful in laughing at it. I promise you.
But it's okay.
I can't help it. I think it's funny.
It is funny.
It's like Roseli yelling at me. Because it's out of context. That's why.
Yes.
It's like it's not.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Like I've not actually ever experienced you being really, truly that angry with me.
But that's the funny thing about that whole thing is that was not me angry. Nobody, but that was not. Leslie has seen me angry. You have not. Actually, I don't even know if Leslie's seen me angry.
Then you need to get in touch. Oh, this brings us back to get in touch with your anger. How are you not?
I don't need to express my anger to people. You know, I could keep that anger to myself and then express it. You know, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And then when I'm by myself, I'm like, fuck, dude,
something happened during that call where I remember even to like Yvonne, like undo it, like here Yvonne, like
even Yvonne's perception of it.
Chill.
Yvonne's perception of it is that I was yelling at her and cursing her out. I wasn't cursing her out the same way I wasn't calling you a bitch.
Yes, correct.
Right?
You were
it's just
cursing in your rant.
Right.
That's what happened. But you didn't call her any names.
You call it a rant. I call it a justification for why I wasn't doing what I was doing.
Here's what we heard. Here's what happened.
That's what you heard. But it wasn't. It was totally not that.
Roseli and your mom were moving or something, painting. I don't know what they were doing. And we're like, oh, well, it's Saturday. Why isn't, what about Emmy? And this is when you guys all still lived collectively in that house. So we felt.
Not me.
And
Roseli I was out already.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it was. I don't know. It was, yeah, fill me in because I'm not trying to, it's just our perspective, right? So
you're wrong perspective.
And that's one of the ones I apologized to you about, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one for respect. Okay, so then it's a long story, but the point is we were like, you know what? You go call him and tell him. And we were like on our cousin's side, like in this case Roseli, which of course you're my cousin too, but you weren't there, so I
yeah, and I had to fucking put you in your place. I had to put you in your place.
And what happened, okay, so I don't remember exactly who, I think it was Yvonne that called you, right? Uh-huh. And it just so happened that she was pregnant or something, and she was going to tell you that.
By the way.
It worked out, though. It was a perfect guilt trip. Okay, so then Yvonne said something to you about why aren't you helping Roseli or something, but she didn't say it in a tone of scolding.
No, she said it in her Yvonne way.
Yvonne way, but that's not scolding. It was just like, hey.
The same way, yes. The same way
you should. I think you should go help her. It was very much like a direction, kind of. I'm directing you. Yvonne, I'm telling you to go help your sister. And then that's it.
Right. And then the same way.
She didn't even finish.
The same way. Yes. And I'm not letting you finish again here.
That's what happened.
Because right away, this is so as clear as day. The same way in her Yvonne way of talking. No me estaba regañando. That's just how she talks, right? And we can agree. No me estaba regañando.
No, but
that's just how she was saying it.
And I was there watching her.
Half also. Joking, whatever.
No, but I will tell you because I have seen Yvonne angry, and I know she wasn't. Like we were there watching. We thought it was just going to be this little joke, okay?
Sure, little joke,
we were having
but also
night.
Trying to...
Never imagine that it was going to offend you in that way, but clearly it did, which is why I apologized to you later, because I'm like, we didn't mean to make you feel
but
bad.
It wasn't
Nobody
even
did.
That crazy.
It was like I did say it was because of me, because I'm like, go guilt him into going and helping.
See, so there you go.
Fun little
We're
thing.
talking about intention here. The intention was to make me feel guilty.
Totally.
And I saw it.
Totally.
And
that was on me.
And so 100% I'm going to defend myself.
It was a manipulation.
I don't know if I defend myself, does that mean that I got offended? Again, we're getting into the fucking what the words mean.
Yeah, it's okay to feel offended. We offended you. You felt offended. That's legit.
Okay,
end
fine.
of story. Like
maybe I got offended.
Why? See, you have a hard time.
Because I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did get offended. I just felt like I was explaining myself in the same.
You were.
Yeah.
But I've experienced you explaining your point of view, and this was different. This wasn't just explaining your point of view. This was you
working,
defending yourself.
Right? I was working. I was busy.
Yeah.
I was doing something because the call came from the idea that he's just fucking off over there.
Well, that wasn't said. That wasn't.
But that's the idea. Emmanuel no nos está ayudando.
No, but I didn't think you were doing nothing. That's not what I don't think that about you.
I was doing so much, dude.
I don't know what you're doing. I know you work. I know you do things. I'm not going to assume you're just sitting around all day. That's not how I see you, right? So then, but little did you know. But there's a lot of things that came together also in that call where you probably, rightly so, I can see why you would have gotten offended and upset. Like, hey, what do you guys stop giving me shit? Well, because
it was like, you guys have no fucking clue. That's what it was. I was like, you guys don't know. Like, all you're hearing is Roseli telling you this.
Yeah.
But also, like, hey, let me fucking tell you what I'm thinking. And
no, I totally get what happened. So then what we got was...
I'm telling them. I'm explaining it for them.
Okay, yeah. So what we got was on the other end, like, high. Like, I could hear it, and I wasn't on the call. Like, I could hear it across the table. So your voice was definitely elevated.
Also because I was on speaker in the car, and I was on Lakeshore Drive. I have to speak louder. If I was at home,
fast, Emmanuel, it sounded. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I trust you, right?
I do trust you. I
would not exaggerate this. I promise you.
But you do exaggerate it.
I didn't.
You've exaggerated it before, so you would exaggerate again. It's just. Here's what it was. I get your perspective, right? My perspective was, I was just saying, hey guys, shut the fuck up, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And that's
But
it.
you didn't even say to her, you were saying it about Roseli. You were saying, and you didn't even say it to Yvonne, you were saying about Roseli. You were saying Roseli this, and then you guys, and
She
you guys
only
don't know.
tells,
She only tells you your
she
stuff. She
tells you her stuff, but she doesn't, you guys don't know what I'm doing. Like, after everything I was doing over here, I feel like I need to fucking figure this out for myself, because then I'm just going to keep digging myself into a hole. I still am.
No, we didn't know the level of where you were.
Exactly. And that's all I was saying.
All of that is,
and I was frustrated.
Totally.
So I don't know if I was I don't know. The word offended is weird, because offended is like, I can't believe you did that to me.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. That's it. That's
maybe
basically
I
an
don't
offense.
know. Maybe I was.
It's like
offended.
the thing. See how you taught me about forgiveness, and I'm like, oh, I got
You're
it now.
teaching me about offense,
and maybe this could be that, where it doesn't. You don't have to take it personally. Let's Google it. This is why Ana Laura calls Google San Google. I'm sure she's not the only one.
It's an illegal act. It was illegal. You guys are going to jail.
No, look at the number 2.
Annoyance, resentments brought up about perceived insult or disregard for one's standard or principles.
That's it.
But it wasn't about my standards or my principles. It was about the reality of the situation that I was in. I know anger. Trust me.
But you say you don't.
What do you mean I don't?
I think you should embrace your anger.
I do embrace my anger. Dude, okay. Have you heard Saint Anger by Metallica?
No.
Set me free.
I already established I'm a music dork.
Look, it's a disregard for my standards or principles.
You felt disrespected for sure. Can we say agree
we
on that?
We can agree on that.
Yeah. And again, just I'm reminding you that I apologize to you.
I don't even know if I felt disrespected, dude. Because I think it was just me saying, like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then that's it. And like, I wasn't.
Yeah, but it lasted for a minute.
No, it might have felt like a minute.
It felt like a minute. In fact, not Roseli, Yvonne tried to tell you a few times. She was like listening intently.
Should we call her? And ask her? Is she working? Doesn't she work nights? Damn it. I was talking to my friends.
I'm sure she would. And we've not. She and I haven't talked about it since. By the way. We have not talked about it.
I haven't either.
It's just like we move. We're like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. That was my fault. Because I was the one that prompted the call. And I made sure that I reached out to you because I care about you.
And this is what I think. I think that apology was not needed.
I know.
Because
you said that.
I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was just telling you guys.
Clearly.
Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. That's
Clearly.
it. So I was told, now that we're uploading, we're like 4 weeks into uploading.
We're 4 weeks.
I was told by...
Well, not by the time this one comes up.
By the time
we got a few in there. Okay, go.
I was told by one of my friends that we should have a phone a segment where we call somebody because...
To verify?
Yeah. So, I was talking about Jeff and David and the war zone.
David.
So I guess they heard the episode when I was talking about me messing up in Warzone. You remember that day I woke up and they were talking shit? Yeah. And like they were like, you should call us in, or you should have us call in so we can say what happened.
What happened.
And
they don't trust your version?
Well, what he said was so they know.
Of it.
They said, so we know what we're really like, is what he said.
They thought they came across bad?
No.
Badly?
No, just because it's cool. They thought it'd be cool to phone in and say their opinion on whatever they heard,
That's fine. But then it's like, why would you? We could do that. But then this is like a. Why are you laughing?
Ilita, you text me about Ilita.
Yes.
Saying that I said she's crazy.
Yes, you did say that.
You know what's crazy about that?
And I was like, I don't know.
Here's the wild thing about that. 5 minutes later, after I told you no, she's fine.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, she texts me saying, "You called me crazy."
I told you.
I was like, whoa.
Madi, I got your back.
Madi just told me that. That's crazy.
But then, okay, this goes to what we're talking about today because you and she have a very close relationship as cousins, right?
Right.
Like you will tell each other things and you're, since you guys were little, for sure. Like you're like besties. You were when you were younger. I don't know about now.
This bestie, Miss Westie. Don't try to...
Wait, what are we singing? I don't know what that is.
Kanye West's daughter's song.
Oh, okay. All right, so then that was when you said that about her, I was like, I don't know. Why did that came about?
We're talking about religion. I was asking who is religious.
Right. Like you said she's crazy like that. And I'm like, I don't think we should. In the podcast, I think I even said, no, she's not. But then later when we listened to it because we.
Yeah. Well, what I clarified afterwards. What I meant by she's crazy about that is this is what I said. She's crazy about that. But what I meant was she still goes to church. Which is not crazy.
I know that's what you meant. It's not crazy. Right.
And here's another one that I said.
I want to make sure like she doesn't. Wouldn't want to offend her.
Here's another one that I said.
Out of respect.
Yes, respect. Here's another one that I said that I got second thoughts about. We were talking about drinking and stuff or something like that. And I said, or about which of the family members like to have fun or party or whatever. And I said, she's the alcoholic of the family.
Yeah.
So I said is the alcoholic. Those were my words.
Yeah.
Of course, speaking in hyperbole. But then I clarified right after I said, she just knows how to have fun.
Yeah.
Not that she's an alcoholic.
But also you'd have to understand the context of that family. Like none of her parents.
Don't drink.
You just said their names.
They don't drink.
They don't.
They're boring, dude. Just kidding. That's not true. See, there's another thing that I said and I don't mean.
No, I don't mind that part. But it's like the actually calling her an alcoholic. And this is clearly public. Like we are publishing this. We did this with the agreement that this was public. Like we're not restricting.
Yeah, but this is what I think we should do. And I don't want to name people anymore.
Okay. Can we do that? You're gonna hear a lot of bleeping. You're gonna hear a lot of. You haven't figured out the bleep in the YouTube, but we did do the mute part.
Yeah, that's what sucks about YouTube. You can only cut off whole sections instead of just mute.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, a phone call a friend.
A phone call.
Let us know if you wanna call us during the podcast. We can set it up
during the lunch hour.
During your lunch. We'll have to tell people separately.
Only people that know us, because then.
Well, yeah, for sure we can organize it. Hey, Tuesday, call us at this time. We'll be recording.
Those are how you said
for like some housekeeping and shit.
Yeah, okay. I guess if it's since we're doing it during like lunch hour, it should be fine.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
It's doable for people that work.
Yeah.
In other words, the whole world.
Have we? I feel like this conversation was all over the place. We were like respect.
It's all kind of related.
Respect. That's what I hear.
That's our intro.
Respect. Okay, fuck it. Let's cut it. We're at 1:30. Thank you guys for listening. Remember, subscribe, share the video with your friends, leave a comment about what you think, and thank you so much.
And when Emmy disrespects you, address it to him.
Yeah, just let me know, bro, so I can tell you to fuck off. Bye.
Bitch. Like that.